weekends here again. Although weekend's actually been and gone because it's Sunday now. Well, it hasn't gone, most of it's gone. Hello and welcome back. Welcome to a splendid Sunday afternoon on the southeast Northumberland coast. We are very, very hungover today. I've had 2 nights on the pop. Friday night was definitely a new experience for me because I was at a gig in Sunderland and I've never actually been out in Sunderland before. A lad I work with in a band called the Dachshunds, you might have heard of them. He's a drummer, really good band. Sadly though, it was their last gig, so it's a bit of a sort of farewell swan song for them, but it's a good night. And then I was out for a family meal, which turned into quite a boozy afternoon and night. It culminated in my brother pouring us balloons of gin, so woke up this morning and felt pretty dreadful. You probably can't see, but I'm shaking tying this bait on. And I looked outside, I just thought, oh, there's no wind, it's a big tide. I'm gonna have to just drag myself out, which is what I've done. So I've never fished this mark before. We're just at Newbiggin on the south side. I'm not fishing on the high cliffs because, to be honest, I just haven't got the head for fishing off high cliffs. Done the odd little bit of it when I was younger, but it's just I just haven't got the head for it. So I've come to the sort of slightly lower bit. I'm probably only about, I don't know, 8-10 foot above the water here. And I just wanted somewhere that's nice and comfortable, where I don't have to move, and that's precisely what this little area offers us. So we are about 2.5 hours before high water. As I say, I've got pretty big tide today. I think it's about 4.9, might be about 5 meters. So I'm going to fish it up, have a couple hours, possibly a couple hours into the dark, and see if I can pull something out. As I say, never fished here before, so quite excited to fish a new mark. I fished further up off I think that's called the East End Pipe, but I've never fished this area. A lad who knows this area, Stephen, has been very kind to us. He's helped us out with a couple of pointers for marks and stuff, so thanks for that, Stephen, that's appreciated. So I'm just going to have a comfortable session in the sun, try and get shot of some of this hangover and hopefully catch a fish or two. Right, let's get this bait out.
Simply lovely.
It's a bit of a sort of channel in front of us, so hopefully I can get this out. That wind's just starting to pick up and it's coming literally right off the sea. Lovely, comfortable mark this. Plenty of colour on the water out there, but very, very bright, which is never ideal. Bait today, a combination of caught, wings, frozen crab and squid. Squid is generally just to kind of wrap around me caught baits to try and give them a bit more life on the bottom. Usual pulley rigs, 4-0 mustard Viking and a 1-0 little crab hook on the top for the pennel. 60-pound hook length, 100-pound main body, splashdown, 6-ounce sinker, 30-40 pound rotten bottom. I'm using 55-pound braid, so overhand knot just weakens it enough to enable you to snap the sinker out if you need to. I don't know if I'm just getting a small inquiry on there, but it's definitely nothing of any size, so get this next crab bait baited up and then investigate. Right. This one's been in quite a while now. It's had crab bait on. It's had what looked like a couple of taps, but nah, nothing. ground out there. It doesn't actually feel that heavy. There's a hole to my left which, when this tide fills a little bit more, I think I'm going to whack one into. But for the minute, I'm just going to keep banging them out. I've actually gone a little bit mental this past week and a half on gear. I sold me bullseye about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, and that's now the only fixed spool I've got. So I thought, right, I better get a spare, and I've ended up just treating myself to the newest Aero Technium XSD. I did speak to Shimano, and so I was just going to buy another XSC to have a matching pair, but said no, the technology's moved on quite a lot, and they sold it to us basically, and I fell for it. So I'm very much looking forward to trying to getting out and giving that a crack. The other reason I did that as well, to be honest, was to make sure that if I do need any spares or parts, then I can get hold of them, because I'm sure anybody that fishes with the older models, which are obviously fantastic, but parts are just becoming harder and harder to get hold of. So I bought that. Oop, that was actually a bite. First proper bite of the day, that. Had the look of it. Aye. Coley or a Rockland rattle, but yeah, someone's having a little go. Oh, yeah, come on. I'm going to say that this is a Rockland. Because if it was a Coley, they tend to be quite energetic. The codlin bite's obviously a lot more powerful, unless it's a tiny aquarium cod. Every single time. Pick your rod up, nothing. Give it a couple more minutes. I'm really, despite being pretty hungover, I'm really enjoying this. Tide's coming in, lights dropping, there's loads of colour in the water. There's a little bit of swell, got a nice big tide. I'm hoping that once it gets, yeah, I think there's something having a little look on that. Once it gets dark, we'll start to hit a few fish. Nah, missed it again. So, just getting another little bit of wing bait with a bit of squid wrapped around it. I'm keeping these baits fairly compact because, as I mentioned before, that little bit of southeasterly wind's just getting stronger and stronger, and it's virtually blowing into my face, so to kind of maximise my distance, which I do think I probably want to do here today with it being daylight. I'm just I'm keeping them quite small and as streamlined as I can. I've chosen this particular area partly for convenience, as I say, because I don't really have the energy to be marching around all day, but mainly as well because this whole area, all the way from kind of this point here, sweeping down past the cliffs, past Sandy Bay, all the way into Camas, it's just one huge big crescent-shaped bay. So I'm figuring that even though there's not enough sea, with it being quite a big tide, it should just hopefully scoop all the way around. Well, it's still coming in from the north now. But when it ebbs, there'll hopefully be quite a lot of flow, and it might just kind of fire the fish up into feeding along the front of these rocks and these cliffs. So that's the theory. As time ticks on, we've got about an hour till high water now. It's 20 to 2. It's getting quite dark over there. Actually, the sun's about to go in, probably for the day. So as it gets dark, I'm hoping that that's when we're going to stand a chance of potentially hooking into something. But literally today, I just had to get out. I just thought, if I don't go out fishing today, I'm going to really, really regret it when I'm sat at work tomorrow morning. So obviously I want to catch something, but I'm not going to be overly disappointed if I don't, to be perfectly honest. I think it might be time to put my coat on now. It's getting rather cold. Just had a couple of slightly more positive bites there. Oh, that was a bit better. No, give it a few more minutes. All right, something's been having a little play with this. Could well be a lobster. No, we've got something on. Got something on. It doesn't actually feel too bad, this. I know that the ground in front of us here is quite heavy, so I just don't want it getting hung up. Ah, yes. Suspected that's what it might have been. Now, don't you come off. Well, he's not a bad one either. It's been a while since I've caught one of these. Poor fella's lost his claw. I did wonder if it was something more crustacean-like, but look at that. Fantastic, eh? What an amazing creature. Now, I do not want... He is just not letting go of that, is he? Come on. Been a long time since I've had a lobster. That is a big old claw, that. Can't really tell because he's missing the other one, but with lobsters and crabs, it's like a knife and fork. It's like a big, powerful claw there for sort of getting hold of and ripping the meat, and then you've got a much more kind of knife, if you like, with a lot more serrated edges where it'll just pick away. Right, chuck this one a touch to the left because there is quite a big hole over there, so just had a couple more bites here. Put Mr. Lobster back, or Mrs. Lobster. Pity he or she lost their claw, but hopefully they grow back. Probably would have been eating size, that, but we'll just let it go back. A couple of taps here, but again, judging by the look of it, could be another crustacean or smaller rockland or something. We're more or less bang on high tide now. It's about 20 to 3. So I'm hoping the next hour or so, as we lose the light and the tide starts to ebb and all of that tide and current swoops round the bay, I'm just hoping that a few fish might start to come closer to shore, and that little bit of current might just fire them up into feeding.
looking very, very hard, but not seeing any cod.
God, I can see all the way down to Suter from here. Pretty decent view, I'll give it that. Hopefully it'll also be a viewing platform for some fish, not just a sightseeing expedition. Well, we're an hour into the ebb. Our wind southeasterly has just picked up. It's just getting stronger and stronger. It's right in my face now. I'm actually quite cold, so I'm definitely going to persevere though and fish into dark for a bit, because I think if I'm going to have any chance, it's going to be when it's dark. The sea has picked up a fair bit as well, so hopefully we can save the blank. Just had a couple of taps on there. This has been out for quite a while. Nah, nothing. I think the sinker's popped off there. Straight out. Distance is suffering big time here. It's just literally straight into a full-on headwind there. Just had a couple of more promising looking bites there. I've had to put my stand and everything facing kind of in line with the wind just to stop it getting blown about. Something definitely a bit more positive. Just had a little go there. Don't think it's very big, whatever it is. It's more just sort of sharp rattles. Could well be another lobster. Right, let's investigate. Oh, that wind's just got stronger and stronger, and it's getting colder and colder as it gets dark, which means the old hangover is getting more and more nasty. Nah, the wind has really picked up now. It's getting dark, it's getting cold. I've got one rig left. Well, sorry, I've got one more rig already baited up, so I think I'm going to fire that one out, and if nothing happens, I may just have to admit defeat. Yeah. Did look like a coaly rattle, but best bite I've had so far. Well, whew, hard work today. Managed just to save the blank here with the old faithful silver stinker, slightly hooked. There he is. All seen them before, but I tell you what, he's a welcome sight today because it's been bloody hard work to get him back. Well, that is the end of the session now. It's pitch black. Did get that coaly as it was getting dark there, but I think I'm just out of energy and enthusiasm now, to be perfectly honest. The southeasterly is just howling, starting to rain, and I'm really tired now, but I've enjoyed being out. I'm glad I made the effort to come out today. It was a lovely day earlier on. Nice to scope out a new mark as well. I'm sure I'll be back here. It's quite a pleasant place to fish, so I'm gonna get packed up, get home, get a curry, get the fire on, I think, and chill out for the rest of the weekend. So as always, hope you've been out and about getting a few. Thanks for watching. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you on the next one.